So Quinton Dall'Olmo on the pole, the top qualifier last time and the top qualifier this time. Can he have a better run here in Portugal and make it through to the final? Lucas Mateja got a podium last time out. He's going to have his work cut out with the lineup he's got here, with Quinton one side of him and the real-life World Rallycross champion next to him in the middle of the grid, Timmy Hansen. Next to Timmy, running in his brother's car, is Shane van Gisbergen. Absolutely brilliant performance by the Kiwi, who, of course, is a legend in Aussie V8s. And I'm really hoping that Shane's going to make it through. And most of all, I'm hoping that's going to light a fire underneath him to come and have a go at something else with a brilliant engine in it and come and have a crack at the World Rallycross Championship. Rokas Baciuska on the outside. Here we go. Semi-final number one. We're good to go. Sunset at Montalegre, coming towards the end of our race weekend here. Race at home, hashtag bottom right. Send us your messages. Who do you think's going to win? You know who's in the semi-finals now. Who's your money? And you've been impressed with Van Gisbergen? Send him a thank you as well. Thanks as well to our sponsors, Motorsport Games, Cooper Tyres, Codemasters, Game Bite, Monster Energy. Outside of the grid then, Baciuska with a great start, but in the middle of the grid, Timmy Hansen and the two eSports guys running down towards turn one. Dall'Olmo going to go early on the brakes. Quinton Dall'Olmo goes standard lap. Into the joke lap goes Rokas Baciuska. Timmy Hansen in the door of Dall'Olmo. Mateja up alongside. Mateja going to try and make the pass. He's got the inside line. Turns in towards the left, but going around the outside. Dall'Olmo just able to hold on. Timmy Hansen looking for a way through Mateja. Surely going to force the pass here. Can Timmy pick up the pieces? Dall'Olmo sideways. Hansen, he's up the inside. You can see him there. Bit of a tank snapper from Mateja. Runs deep, but it's not enough. And for me, again, Timmy made the pass, has he? Hansen gets past Mateja. Mateja falling into the hands of Baciuska. Baciuska's the only driver to have choken, and he's ahead of Shane van Gisbergen. Brilliant by Baciuska.
Also brilliant by Timmy. That was revenge served cold, I think. Trying to get his own back play. Sort of beat Lucas at his own game a little bit there. That was very impressive. A real shame for Van Gis, left behind slightly on the start line, and you can't do that in a race of this quality.
So Shane van Gisbergen right behind Lucas Mateja, just a tenth of a second between them. Baciuska is about 2.2 seconds up the road. He is 1.9 up the road. Baciuska's on the back of Hansen already. So Rokas Baciuska doing what he did when he debuted in the World Rallycross Championship, shocking everyone with just how quick he is. We lost the Rocket Suarez. We've got the Rocket back in Baciuska, haven't we? So Rocket Baciuska absolutely flying here, Neil.
And don't forget, this is a 6-lap race, but the top two automatically qualify through to the final. So semi-final 1, 2 go through. Semi-final 2, 2 go through. Then the fastest of the third places of the two semi-finals goes to make up the 5th spot in the final. So this is about coming in the top two or the quickest third. So
yeah, and I'm concerned. I think this is messy, Neil. I think from third downwards, they've lost time. If you had a clean semi-final 2, as you see Van Gisbergen put a pass on Hansen. Shane van Gisbergen straight up the inside of Timmy Hansen. Has Timmy got a problem? Surely he's not going to fire off his teammate, is he? Timmy looking, we did see him and his brother go door to door at Hollius last year. Of course, this time he doesn't have to worry about Kevin being at the wheel, because it's Van Gisbergen who is at the wheel of Kevin's car. They're chasing Mateja, and the thing is, Neil, they can't give up, never give up, because the second semi-final could be equally carnage.
Sure, and there's still a lap and a half to go, and someone could make a mistake up ahead. So
look at that.
That's pushing.
That is ridiculous from Mateja on the handbrake. Now, Rainis Nittish sent me a message earlier going, the eSports guys are so sideways on the straight. He said, he sent me another one, actually. This is great fun. I need to be better prepared for next time, but I hope for a rematch. Well, we hope you come back as well, Rainis. Thanks for coming, mate, and thanks for watching. If you're in Latvia, we know how much you guys love your rallycross. You had a couple of superstars up there for a couple of years. Mateja's off! Lucas Mateja, one of the eSports best, has got a podium last time, has made a mistake and gone. Shane van Gisbergen is in third place, so Van Gisbergen could have a lifeline here. He's only 4 seconds off the leader. This could put Van Gisbergen in, but we won't know until the end of Semi 2. Look at that, Neil, the way they scrub the speed off at the end of the straight. It's crazy.
It's not quite the most efficient way to do it in real life, but it is.
No, it's not.
But
it does look spectacular.
Oh, we love it. I'd rather watch that than neat and tidy.
Shane van Gisbergen, you're on board with. Looking back now as Bachuska comes through to book a slot in the final. Van Gisbergen is right there with him. So Quinten Dall'Olmo goes through to the inside. Shane van Gisbergen is going to take second. Does he? Did Van Gisbergen... Is that a penalty? Yes, penalties. Bachuska gets a 5-second penalty. Van Gisbergen is in the final. Shane van Gisbergen, the Kiwi Aussie V8 legend, goes through to the final with Quinten Dall'Olmo, who didn't make it last time but has had the TQ. Brilliant drive. Mateja is in third place with 5-second penalties for both Bachuska and Hansen. Well, semi-finals bringing the fire, as always, in the World Rallycross Championship, and eSport is no different. That was a brilliant semi-final number one. Shane van Gisbergen through. If you're staying up late in the Southern Hemisphere, thanks very much. You have to a little bit later. Quinten Dall'Olmo is on the pole with John Armstrong next to him, then Matthias Adielson. Remember, all three of these guys have competed in real life, and they're all eSports experts. I think the same Krogstad and Kevin Hansen too, maybe a little bit behind the other three in terms of esports experience, but certainly not in terms of real wheel time. Semi-final 2 and the final to go. Adielson, the winner last time.
With the sun setting in Montalegre over the mountains, way up in the north of Portugal. Semi-final 2 is underway.
On the inside, Quinten Dall'Olmo looks to have got the best start. Going to go early on the brakes. Quinten Dall'Olmo goes standard lap. With him has gone John Armstrong and Henrik Krogstad. Henrik Krogstad looking to try and find a way through. Armstrong got a wheel alongside Dall'Olmo, but he's not quite close enough. Over the curbs on the left and on the right. Quinten Dall'Olmo leads on the standard lap. But Kevin Hansen and Matthias Adielson have both gone joker on lap 1-0. What do you think to the tactics?
Well, they both showed it was an early decision. Their body language of the cars was, we are going to the joker. And they didn't change their minds depending on what the other one did. So they clearly think they've got a chance of catching up on what is a very strong non-joker train up front.
But so far, Neil, they're clean. And I suppose the thing is as well, if they're looking for a semi-final, if they can get semi-final number 2 as a clean result, whichever one of these two gets third, assuming Dall'Olmo and Armstrong beat them, in theory, you know, they're going to book that slot, because we know Van Gisbergen had some issues in the first one, but he was so close. Well, no, Van Gisbergen through, sorry. Who was it that was third? Was it Mateja in the end? I can't remember.
Mateja was third.
So these two, I think these two are battling, Neil, for the place in the final, personally, because I think if they keep it clean, I think they'll be quicker than semi-1. But with the penalties that were given out in that one, let's see. Dall'Olmo look 0.8 to the second. Henrik Krogstad now is just 1.4 in front of Kevin Hansen. There is Matthias Adielson, bottom right of your screen. Motion rig on the go, chucking the car around. Neil, interesting what he said earlier about being in full concentration mode.
Yeah, you know, they while you're in it, it's so fully immersive and they're so competitive that you probably could track them. I'm not a medical doctor. You could probably, you know, get the same levels of adrenaline and sort of heart rate spikes for the concentration, because it is virtually the same thing.
I'd love to track their eye movements as well. I've seen some studies done on that before about how little the drivers blink, and we saw that last time, didn't we? Watch Armstrong again, you'll see they choose very carefully when it isn't going to blink, because you just can't take your eyes off the screen for a second. You're looking at John Armstrong in P2, coming through the dust. Dall'Olmo's gapped in by 1.3. None of the top three have jokered yet. How far back is Adielson off Krogstad? He's a fair way back, so Adielson's got past Kevin Hansen, so I must admit I didn't see that. Oh, joker that merged super close between Krogstad and Armstrong. Krogstad was a big threat. We didn't have that down, did we? Krogstad trying to come around the outside of John Armstrong's in the door of him. Armstrong gets sideways. Krogstad over the barriers on the inside. Just about holds on. Would he get a penalty for that or not? So John Armstrong coming under a hell of a lot of pressure here from Henrik Krogstad, the yellow squad driver, taking it to the eSports professionals. Sideways through here. Who's going to get the better exit? For me, Armstrong was sideways, but Krogstad carrying a lot of speed down the straight. Quinten Dall'Olmo. Krogstad's gone joker now, so Krogstad going to drop back. Is he going to drop back behind Adielson? He is. He's dropped all the way back. So Krogstad, having not jokered, was in the mix with those guys and has now gone backwards. Killian Del Olmo and John Armstrong out front. Definitely going to go through on the final lap, coming through the last couple of corners. Killian Del Olmo has 2.9 on John Armstrong and got caught in that battle with Krogstad, who hadn't jokered. Cost him a bit of time. Armstrong puts a spot in the final. Adielson going to go through. So Matthias Adielson, Kevin Hansen spins across the line. And there was a penalty for Kevin anyway. So Kevin Hansen dropping down. It's Adielson with a 3:30.0. Is that enough? I can't remember the times. We'll get confirmation from, maybe confirmation from race control as to which of the guys has gone through to the final. Interesting stuff.
But that was a textbook joker from John Armstrong, and then he came out and he was fully committed, elbows out, and it meant that Krogstad had to kind of take evasive action to just basically not take John Armstrong out. So it was fair racing there from Krogstad, but John Armstrong put himself in the racing line with that extra speed coming out of the joker section and did everything he could to get himself successfully into the final. Nice work.